Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here, ready to rock for Mindset Monday. It is June 19th at noon Eastern. We are going to stream into the Facebook group right now. If you're catching this back later on from our playlist, please put replay in the comments below and then be intentionally present as we go through things today. We are so freaking pumped up. Oh my gosh. So pumped up. Like I can't even handle myself. Ha ha. Okay, streaming in now. Thank you guys for popping on the replay. Congrats. Good job taking action. What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here, ready to rock for Mindset Monday. It is June 19th. If you're catching this later on and you do not see the red light button in the corner because you're watching it from our Facebook group, awesome. Great job being here. Make sure to still be intentionally present as if you were live with us at the time of June 19th. Why? Because everything that we give you is meant on purpose for you to gain something. Everything that we give you is meant on purpose in structure for you to be able to gain something every single time, non-debate. Okay. So when you get on, make sure to say hi. What's up, Aubrey? How are you, my dear? Congrats on your sales, baby girl. I'm excited for you. Okay, listen. If you are not registered for Teachable Tuesday, what are you doing? What you doing? We have so many awesome things coming to you tomorrow for Teachable Tuesday. You've got to get registered. As soon as you're registered, drop the word registered in the comments. Even those on the replay, if you're catching it from mindsetmondayreplays.com or you're catching this later on, you don't see the red light button in the corner, make sure to put replay. Because when you give, you gain. Even something as simple as a comment saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm present. Hey, I'm learning. Hey, what's up? That kind of a thing is very, very helpful for you. Okay. On top of that, stop living under a rock. Go get registered for Teachable Tuesday. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I can't give it away, but I will tell you. Just kidding, I can't tell you. Can I tell you? I probably can't. The things that we have going on for Teachable Tuesday tomorrow, so ridiculous. So freaking ridiculous. Okay. I am so excited for you guys to be there for Teachable Tuesday tomorrow. Okay. There's been a lot of goodies coming, lots of shifts, lots of greatness coming your way. And you couldn't be on this team with this business, making money, saving money at a better time. Let me just put it like that. Okay. I am so thrilled for you. Like, congrats in advance for all the sales that you're going to have this week because of the new momentum, the new velocity, the new structure, the new energy, everything that we've got going and pouring into you tomorrow. Okay. When you can hear me, I know you guys can hear and see me. 60 something of you guys on, almost 70 of you guys on, drop me a comment right now. Put something in the comments unique to you, whether that be a funny emoji, whether that be, hey, what's up? Or, hey, this is where I'm tuning in from, whatever else. Please put something in the chat right now so we can boost the crap out of this into the algorithm. Okay. Jamie, Shalina, Laurie, Stacy, Devin, or Devo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I always feel like I say it wrong. Stephanie, Irene, Craig, Roy, Eric, Aurora, all of you guys, Evie, Aubrey, Eric, all of you guys, Nikki, drop me a comment. Drop me a comment. Here is the beautiful part about what you're doing in your business with the funnel team, with Savings Highway Global as your fulfillment company. Everything that we give you guys is proven to work. Okay, just put the word proof in the comments right now if you feel me. Proof in the comments. There are so many businesses out there and so many people and so many gurus and so many yada yada whoever's who first would rather upsell you for no reason and then hope to give you the right information in order for you to win, right? Hey, follow this. Hey, do this. Hey, do that, whatever else. And when you are here, you're part of the funnel team. We give you the proof in the pudding for everything that works. We don't give you theory. We give you fact. We don't give you, hey, maybe try that, Shalina. Hey, yeah, try that, Irene. Hey, Art, why don't you just kind of, mess around with this, see if it works for you. Hey, Sandra, why don't you just try this? And, let me know if it works. No, It literally works every single time as you work it. Okay. Shout out to Jamie Douglas. Shout out to Irene. Both of them just got leads like literally in this moment. It works when you work it. It works when you work it. And if you are not working it, it's not because it doesn't work. It's because you're not working it. Does that make sense? You guys, we give you all the proof in the world for what works. It's a matter of you working it. Make sense? It just like my quote or whatever little phrase I always say all the time. Haven't said it in a while, but I'm going to bring it back because it's so important. Act like your success is guaranteed. Spoiler, it is. Act like your success is guaranteed. Spoiler, it is. If you can't act like your success is guaranteed, you'll never go get the success that you want. It's when you act today like you deserve 3 titanium cells in a day. It's when you act today and show up now and be the person now who deserves the 3 titanium cells in one day. It's when you actually embrace the fact that you're worthy, that you deserve that you're good enough, that you can, that you start attracting like-minded things. Does that make sense? Put the word "makes sense" in the comments right now for me, all 80 of you. And even those on the replay, I dare you to still boost it into the algorithm, whether you're catching this later on or you're live with us now. Okay. You guys, it works when you work it. It's guaranteed to work. But are you actually working it, or are you fumbling and fiddling around being like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to do that, but only until this part. Well, I'm going to do that, but not quite. I'm going to kind of do it, but not 100%. Right. So, how are you supposed to get 100% success, guaranteeing yourself the fact that you can do it if you're not following the steps? Right. You can't go get the results that you see so many people in this group getting if you're not actually working it. If you're doing it to a point, you'll get paid to a point. If you want to get paid better than any job could pay you, you've got to act better than what you're currently doing. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that is a lot of times we get into a business and we're like, oh, yeah, I'll do this video. Oh, that video makes sense. Oh, but this part, I don't like that. So I'm not going to do that part. The only reason we have it in structure, the only reason we have it in place is because it works. And we want you to win. Surprise! We want you to win. We don't want you to halfway do it. We don't want you to halfway get paid. We don't want you to kind of sort of get money. We don't want you to kind of sort of have success. We want you to have success, bar none, period, the end. Freaking exclamation point. You know what I'm saying? But if you get into a business and you say, yeah, I'll do it until, yeah, I'll do it, but not this part, then yeah, you're going to get paid kind of. Do you guys want to get paid kind of, or do you want to be paid every single Wednesday like clockwork? Which one? Every single Wednesday like clockwork, no questions asked. You just always have commissions coming through. You get paid every single Wednesday, no matter what. You want that? Or do you want to kind of go up and down and be like, sometimes I get paid, sometimes I follow the formula, sometimes I kind of get in my own way, or I bash on it, or I'm like, oh, it's not working. No, it works. It works 100% of the time for 100% of people if you actually work it. I guarantee it. The reason it eventually is not guaranteed, or why you're like, but I'm not getting results, I'm making fun. Okay. That's literally me making fun because it sounds funny to me and to others and to yourself too. Yourself, most importantly, if you're not actually following the formula and you're not getting results. Well, yeah, bro, because you're not following the formula. It'd be like if you showed up to a cooking class and I say, hey, put X amount of flour and then put X amount of salt and make sure to, cook it for this long and put it in the oven for this and whatever. If you follow that instruction, you'd have a really awesome result at the end of that recipe. But if you're like, I'm just going to put in more flour because I felt like it, I'm just going to cook it for 2 minutes instead of 20. Oh, I didn't get the same result. Well, duh, Sherlock. Of course you didn't get the same result because you didn't follow the recipe. Does that make sense? Is that fair to say? Drop the word fair if you feel me. Okay. Because just like you'd follow a recipe, just like you would follow a blueprint for a house. Say you're an interior designer, you have a certain structure, you have a certain formula, a recipe, a walkthrough, a tutorial, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. To have the right structure for that house, you follow what's needed. You don't just kind of put in the electric at this place and, kind of make sure that it's up to code for this room and this closet and no. You would never sell a house if you didn't do it right, right? If you're the dude in charge of the house, you're the designer, you're the landscaper, whatever else, right? And it's the same freaking thing with work here. Now, before I say work and you're like, oh, work, here's the thing. You will be paid better than any job. You'll be paid better than any job you could have ever if you treat this side hustle like a job. If you treat this side hustle like a job where you show up, you are in authority positioning. Authority positioning meaning you get out of your own way. Not because you're like, oh, I need to tell everyone I've made $1 million with this. No, you show up authentically, you show up real, you show up like you deserve 3 titaniums minimum a day. You'll be paid 3 titaniums minimum a day. Guys, that's 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month, 5-figure monthly income. Hello. Follow the formula. Stop overthinking it. Stop thinking, okay, can I just be bold with you? Put the word bold if I can just be bold. Okay. And this might bother you a little bit. And you know what? To be blunt, it kind of bothers me when I say something like this too, because I do wonder if you're okay with it. But it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. It's a mirror, baby. It's a mirror. You feel me? So let me just be bold. If you come into this business and you think that you know better, you'll be sadly mistaken. And it's not because what we teach is better than maybe what you've experienced in the past. It is because we've proven a system that works. It's a matter of you working it. So if you come in and be like, oh, but I did this in the past and see, I'm going to do this instead. You're right. You're right. You'd rather be right. So you'd rather bake a cake based on X amount of cups of flour or X amount of this and that, and I'm going to cook it for 2 minutes instead of 20 or whatever. And you're right. Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? Because you can't have both. You have to be following the formula. In fact, not even have to. I don't care if you do. I care why you don't. I care why you don't, because when you don't, you're sacrificing your own potential. Do you guys understand that? Does that make sense to you? Let me know. Because we follow a formula up until it gets hard. We follow the formula up until we're like, oh, I don't understand. Oh, it's my sponsor's fault. Right? And I make funny noises like that because I want you to understand how funny it is for you not following the formula and then wondering why you don't have results. Right? And this is me coming hard. If this is the first time you see Mindset Monday, you're like, what the freak is she calling? Blah, blah, blah. Holy crap, she is up on my grill. I know. I'm not going to apologize for it only because I know you've got what it takes. I know you've got what it takes, but do you know you've got what it takes? 100 plus on you or on right now. Over 100 people on this live video right now. You're taking the time to understand your potential, to do what works, to go get yourself a 5 to 6 to 7-figure monthly income. And you want to sacrifice what you're going to do based on your own assumption, based on your own insecurity, based on your own, well, I know better. What if you don't? I'm not saying I do. I am saying, though, what if everything that you've experienced up to this point can be gone away with? All you have is right now. So do the right now. Do the in the moment right now. What are you learning right now today that gets you a result Wednesday, that gets you a result tonight? Are you actually following the formula? Are you actually being honest, true to yourself? You're truly showing up genuine, authentic. Yes, 100%. I am following the formula. Or are you almost following the formula? I'm doing it up until this part. I'm doing it because, but I just won't tell anybody that, right? You can't promote in a closet. You can't promote halfway. You either do it or you don't, right? Now, you guys know that there's going to be uncomfortable times. There's going to be times where you're like, yeah, I really want to do that part, but I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. Do I have what it takes? Am I smart enough? I can't figure this out. I'm nervous. I'm worried. I get it. That was me. That was me. I even still intentionally to this day put myself in positions like that of like, can I do this? I've never done this. It's uncomfortable. I intentionally do that even still today And I hope you do too, a year later, 5 years later, et cetera, because when you do that, your income grows. When you intentionally push out of your comfort zone, rather than staying as you are, rather than saying like, I know better. See, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to go do, let me think. Here's a funny example. I'm going to go do Pinterest idea pins. That might work. You honestly, Pinterest idea pins might work. In fact, they probably will. But why would you think to reinvent the wheel when what is happening right now is working, right? Not because you can't go branch out, not because you can't go be bold and carve your own path. I'm not saying that at all. And if that's how you're taking it, I'm very sad because that's not at all what I'm saying. I am saying, though, if you were to follow a formula and not have the ego talk of like, I know better, I'm going to do it up until I'm willing, but I'm not going to tell my sponsor or communicate that I'm like accidentally or purposely not doing this part of the training, etc. Right? You guys know that. You know better and you're not doing it. Why? Because it comes down to worthiness. Do you not feel like you're worthy? You're not worthy to have the life that you desire. You're not worthy to have the life, the finances that you imagine that you've had in your heart and your head for way too long. Do you feel worthy of it? Think about it for a moment, you guys. 100 something of you guys on. Just feel this for a second. If you knew by midnight tonight, you would have 3 titanium sales, that's $300 you would make on a Monday for posting some videos, for following a formula, pushing beyond the nerves, pushing beyond the fear, pushing beyond the what if, and going into the what if route of I freaking rock. If I called you up, Laurie, Irene, Henning, let's see who else, Kathy, Angel, Lauren, Shalina, Aaron, Aubrey, Bill, Crystal, Daniel, all of you guys, if I called you up tonight and I said, dude, you just made 3 titanium sales back to back, how would you feel? If you knew that was coming tonight by midnight, how would you feel? Drop me a comment. Let me know. 100 something comments should pop through. All of you guys be intentional. Let's go. How would you feel? Because the feeling of that is the secret. The feeling of I just made freaking 3 titanium sales. You'd be skipping. I love it, Laurie. You'd feel grateful. You'd feel like a rock star, Roy. Okay, cool. You'd be jumping for joy. You'd feel empowered, Jeremy. Okay, so all those words, jumping for joy, like a rock star, grateful, empowered, amazing, ecstatic, boom, excited, cry with pride, etc. You guys, you got to show up like that person now. That person is in you. But if you don't step into that person, if you forfeit part of the formula because you just don't want to, because you just don't want to do it, right? I make fun in that way because I want you to understand how funny it sounds to, I'm going to follow this recipe to make a cake. Oh, it didn't turn out right. Oh, whoops, I didn't cook it enough. Oh, I, added some flour because I felt like it. That would be hilarious in a cooking class, right? If you showed up to a cooking class, you were spending $200 a month on this cooking class. You'd follow the instruction because you want the recipe to work. You want the cake, the pie, the whatever, the bread to be freaking delicious. Do you not want your finances to be like yummy to look at? Think about that for a sec, you guys. It's a funny analogy, but roll with me. Do you not want your bank account to be like, holy crap, look at that, right? Look at how much impact you have by you stepping into your power. Look at how much impact you have by you stepping into your power. You can't attract things you want. You attract what you are. So when I say be the person who deserves 3 titanium sales by midnight tonight, be the person now who deserves the 3 titanium sales in one day. Dude, listen, gosh, like makes me emotional even thinking about. I get so bold and so sassy with you guys because if you could only see the potential that you have, if you could only fathom how many times I talk about you in such good ways. I tell Daniel, I tell multiple people, I tell Bill, I'm like, hey, have you seen Irene? Oh my gosh, that Catherine girl. Hey, have you seen what Lauren's up to? Oh my gosh, Aubrey is so blah, 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 whatever it is. If you could only see the potential that you have, but you can't step into that full on potential, minimum 3 titanium cells in a day. You can't see that potential if you're in your head being like, I'm going to follow the formula only till this point. I'm going to follow the formula only until I get, until I'm right. I'm right. People are being mean. I'm right. People, my sponsor doesn't, See, the formula doesn't work because I tried it. See, no one has my back because I can't figure out my domain. See, I'm not getting help. I haven't made my $1 million yet. And I started yesterday. What the hell? You really, you got it. How are you counting yourself out already? Can you lose 30 pounds by going to the gym for a week? No. Can you lose 30 pounds by not being in proximity for good health goals? Not eating donuts, increasing vegetables, increasing water, etc. And yet you expect that same type of microwave mentality after a week, a month, a year of, I'm just not there yet. You're right. You're not there yet. You're right. You're not good enough. You're right. You're not smart enough. You're right. You suck. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts when I say that to you and you and I don't even know each other yet. Or maybe we kind of know each other, but you've never sat on my couch, right? And if it hurts when I say it, you're right. You're not good at this. You're right. You're going to fail. You're right. This isn't up. This isn't going to work for you. If that hurts when I say it to you, don't you freaking say it to yourself. Don't say it to yourself. What would affirming something like, I just don't understand. I just don't have results. I'm just trying. I'm trying. It's not working. It's not working. You're right. It's not working. Period. The end. How does that feel? Because when I say that, even as a joke right now, trying to put the idea, the perception for you, it hurts me to say that. What if the route is you are good enough? You are worthy. You are talented. You have everything it takes to freaking smash this business. It makes me want to cry, me even saying that on the flip side of what I just said. Rather than saying you're not good enough, rather than saying I'm not smart enough, rather than saying something like, what if this doesn't work for me? You flip the script and you start saying opposite path, the opposite route of I am good enough. I do know what I'm doing. I will figure this out. I can, I will, I must. Why would you ever even consider going down the route of I don't have what it takes? And here is why. Blah, 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 fill in the blank, right? Do you guys want to be right or do you want to have results? Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Because all you guys are going to comment results, results, results. Okay, cool. So, what are you willing and able to do today to go get the result that you keep talking about? I say it all the time in my TikTok videos. Maybe you guys have seen it. Maybe you've heard it. We're addicted to being right. We're addicted to making noise. I want results. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then behind the scenes, you're like, actually, I don't want results because I'm actually not doing what works. Actually, I'm doing it to a point, but actually, I'm not honest with what I'm actually doing. Right? Go be honest with yourself. Go take some inventory for yourself today. Where do you want to be? Are you willing to do what it takes to get there? Are you going to choose the discipline to follow through? Because when those two answers are yes, they are a resounding yes, you're going to figure it out. You will figure it out. But if you're addicted to being right and you would rather make noise of, I keep trying and it's not working. My sponsor's not helping me. I'm following the formula and it's not working. I've tried and tried and tried and yeah, right? Like Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try. Either you do it or you don't. Either you whine or you don't. Either you go after what it is you want and you get it or you don't. There's no in between. It's black and white. Either you do it or you don't. You take a left or you take a right. Which one do you want? You pull out of the driveway. You don't know your destination. You'd never leave the driveway. You just sit there idle? No, you would show up for your destination. You wouldn't even get in the car if you didn't know where you were going. And it's the same thing with your finances. Same thing with your finances. You are your only problem. You are also your only solution. Go be the person who deserves 3 titaniums by today. Go be that person. That person who is making minimum $300 a day doesn't say things like, I'm trying and it's not working. The formula is just too hard for me. Where's my $1 million I started an hour ago, right? The person who actually knows that they're good enough to have minimum 3 titanium sales a day, that person doesn't say crap about themselves. That person doesn't say, I can't do it because, oh, I can't figure it out because, oh, gotta have someone help me with this and this and this and this and this. No, act like you spent 10 grand on this business and it'll pay you more than 10 grand a month, 10 grand a week. Do you guys want more than 10 grand a week? You started this business for a purpose. It was to increase yourself here, increase yourself here, increase yourself on the physical, like your bank account, your money, your impact to other people who are around you, right? You did it to increase. You did it to increase in all aspects, not to remain as you are, not to have Groundhog Day. So show up like that person. Stop forfeiting the formula. Stop assuming you know better. Stop thinking that you have to be pulled in this, that direction. And then you find yourself pointing the blame game to everyone but you, right? If I drive my car into a ditch because I'm just being funny and reckless, who do the cops arrest? Me. They don't arrest the car. They arrest me, right? It's the same thing with your finances. You're the problem with your finances. You're the solution with your finances. You're the vehicle. No, you're the one driving that vehicle. Yeah, Bill, exactly. It's a mirror. So if you find yourself feeling, oh, well, they didn't help me with this. Oh, well, they're doing something weird. Oh, well, I don't agree with how they're doing it. Oh, well, it's not working for me. You're right. Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? Which one? I could seriously talk about it till I'm blue in the face, you guys. This is the topic that really, when you understand it, you're going to stop talking and you're going to start doing. Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? Because it's so easy. It's easy to talk about the things you want and that you don't have. It takes willingness and discipline to go get the results you keep talking about. Make sense? Now, listen, if you're not registered for Teachable Tuesday yet, please go get registered right now. You guys know where to go. When you're registered, come back to this live video right away and say registered. I want to hear from you. 100 something of you guys on, 100 something comments should come through. You should be registered for Teachable Tuesday because when you treat your side hustle like a job, right? If your boss said, hey, we're meeting tomorrow 8 p.m., you wouldn't be like, nah, I'm not in the mood. No, you'd show up because you get paid when you show up, right? You get paid when you take this business seriously. You get paid every single Wednesday like clockwork when you take it like a job. It'll pay you better than a job. It will pay you better than a job. Put me up against anyone else. Put me up against anyone else. My income will win every single time. Your income will win every single time. Why? Because you're doing it at home. You're doing it a couple hours a day. You don't have to report to someone else and clock in and punch the clock and do blah, blah, blah. You don't have to commute. Lawyers, doctors, surgeons, put me up against them. You'd win every time with this business. Because the time it takes to compound and to get passive income and to collaborate and to be about impact is so much more income than something like a doctor, something like a lawyer, something like whatever else. It is and will replace your income over time if you want it to go there. But do you have the guts? Do you have the willingness to do what it takes? Yes or no? Drop me a comment. Are you actually willing to do what it takes to get there? Or would you rather be right? I can't because I don't have time because I can't afford it because this is too hard because blah, 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 I'm confused because right? Noise. That's all I hear. Noise. Do you want to be right? Do you want to make noise? Or do you want to go get results and have impact? Because you can't have both. You got to decide. And then when the answer is yes to yes, I'm willing to do what it takes, you have to choose the discipline to follow through. The discipline comes based on you being in proximity to like-minded things. Why do we teach 3 times a week? So that you're in proximity for like-minded things, so that you can get out of your own way, so that you can stop playing the blame game, so that you can take empowerment to yourself and say, I am my only problem. Thank heavens I am also my only solution. Make sense? Okay, guys, go get registered. We'll see you tomorrow for show. Faux show. And thanks for popping on today. I know that was pretty bold and sassy and emotional, and I don't even know. Hopefully, you took it as willingness and discipline to get where you want to go. Hopefully, it's a mirror for you to say, okay, what is it I can do better? How can I be the person who deserves minimum 3 titanium sales a day? Because I know you can, but do you know you can? That'll be the question to think about and then to go do based on your worthiness, based on you knowing you can. Okay. See you guys for Teachable Tuesday tomorrow. Bye.